Hello everybody, this is Nick from Bruto Bello and Carillon Audio Blog. I'm here to talk about my favorite piece of kit, as the Brits say, my Korg DSS-1. This is the modified version. I actually have the unmodified version as well. I love them both, but I'm going to sell the old one. This is modified by Tom Virostek, so it has this handy-dandy card reader built in. It has 16 megabytes of RAM, and it has a nice LCD screen that Tom put into it. So he built this keyboard, or upgraded, if you will, for me, and I bought it all done. I did not want to go into this keyboard and do any soldering or anything. I've looked in there before, and it's it looks intense. Anyway, my favorite keyboard, like I say, and I'm going to talk about a couple of the features of this keyboard. One of the things that Tom does on the upgrade is he allows you to take these three sliders, which are typically used for master tune and data entry A and B, and he allows you to put parameters to those knobs, or those sliders, so that you can control them in real time. And you do that by going to your MIDI mode, and you select, there's a couple new options there. Instead of only going up to 5, it goes up to 8. Number 6 allows you to assign that, and these are the options that you have. I find it extremely useful to have the mix ratio on one, the my attack on another one, so I can change the attack, and then of course my filter. Now, this filter is not a real-time adjustment. It only re-triggers the filter when you trigger a new note. So it is what it is. Alright, so here I am inside of Ableton, and I'm going to show you a few things about the Korg DSS and what it can do. Not much has changed, frankly. Most of the same features are there, except for, of course, the upgraded model allows you to have 64 multi-sounds in memory at one time. And there's a few other small features. For instance, a large one, Portamento, has been implemented. So I'm not sure how Tom managed to do this, but he's implemented Portamento, and I just created a real short riff. I'm going to play you these three different versions, one without. So this has no Portamento added. I already recorded these ahead of time. And this one's about half Portamento. It's a little. More of a full Portamento, real. So, just like regular Portamento, it can go overboard, and when you set it too much, it kind of gets to that point. I am using CliffX within Ableton here to allow me to do some stuff with the keyboard via SysX. I've got a whole different video about that, but needless to say, I've created a few different presets and saved them ahead of time. Here's my Portamento preset, and by the way, this is in the new mono mode. It's not in the unison mode. Tom also put mono mode in to allow you to play like a monophonic synth instead of stacking the oscillators. So here we go, just can kind of be overdone. So there you go. So that's the new Portamento feature. A few other things have been changed within the keyboard. basically the fact that now your auto bend can be Portamento, so that switch, what is that? I forget where it's at on the keyboard right off the top of my head, but it's in there. So you can choose between a bend or a Portamento. Alright, so that is pretty much a wrap up of all of the new features, and I wanted you to hear that Portamento. I'm going to do a separate video now for programming the DSS and a couple of tips and things about that. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully if you're interested in getting one of these keyboards upgraded, I find it really useful. It's, you know, still for the price of having it installed with the extra memory and all that, it's a great sampler. I can get nice lo-fi drums out of it. I can get really cool synths out of it. So it's in every single one of my songs, and frankly I've even taken samples into it. I've sampled them into the keyboard, played them back out into Ableton and sampled them just to get that grittiness that the keyboard offers, and then I'll make like a drum rack within Ableton to utilize you know, more notes than typical, or than I can typically use, because it's only 8-note polyphony. Anyway, it's a great keyboard, and if you've got any questions, feel free to contact me. Tom is a really nice guy. I went to his house and got the keyboard. He was very helpful, and he's trying to implement a few new features and other things in the system upgrade. I do want to mention one last thing about the keyboard. I forgot this. The auto truncate, or find loops, I believe it's called, when you're actually editing samples within the keyboard. What it does is it looks for 0 crossings when you're doing a sample edit. And so as you're editing them, it used to work really great on the original keyboard, and something got a little fudged up in the system upgrade that Tom created for this keyboard. So he's working on ironing out that bug, and it would be great if there was no way to get samples into this thing, but it's so easy to just grab a sample right in your software and take it and drop it right in. So anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep making good music. Check out my music. Give me send me a message on my blog if there's something that you want to learn about or anything like that, or you have any questions. And have a good one. Bye.